Or is that you just doing it?
No, I just know we got to do that.
Oh my
I agree. When is it? Next weekend?
Yeah, it's a week for perfect.
Well, Larry Reed, the man on weed, is at the controls, and I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. So, there we go. We'll go with Dragons. We won't get too difficult here tonight, and so we've got some awesome stuff going up for us. Miss Kerry Chronic, tell us a little bit more about Chronic Palooza there. What's going on?
Well, yeah, so we're real excited. We're getting closer and closer to the 420 event out at the Oklahoma State Fair Park of Oklahoma City, the Chronic Palooza. We have been working very hard on getting everything put together, and things are going very well. Definitely have had lots of vendors come in and participate. We've had lots of great giveaways. I've seen and have been told of all the pretty cool things that they're giving. They actually are giving away $1,000 tattoo I saw yesterday. They were advertising as one of the things. And so there's some really awesome vendors that are going to be out there to educate and really try to make sure that the public can learn and be a part of this medical cannabis movement. And that's the big thing, is getting the word out to the community. And so that's what this chronic roll-up is all about. We're doing a roll-up up to 420. We'll be doing it every night. We started last week, and we're rolling it on up all the way to the 19th. And then the big day. So if you haven't had a chance to go get your tickets, you should go right now to www.chronicpalooza405.com. You can get your free pre-registry ticket there if you do want to be seen by a doctor. We are having the largest patient drive in the state. We have over 15 doctors already set up, and that's for adults or children. The fee for that, for the doctor fee, is $100 for adults, or it would be $80 for veterans or for the children. And the state fee is only $20.50 if you have Sooner Care or Medicare, and it would be $105 if you do not. It will do everything for you for the patient recommendation as far as doing the application. We'll take your photos, we'll take copies of your IDs, we'll get those all loaded up into the system. We'll help you set up an email if you need it. So don't worry about how to handle the technical part. We just want you to come on out and get your recommendation if you need to do that. I do highly recommend. I've gotten tons of text messages and emails. Do they have to pre-register? You don't. But if you do pre-register, you will be booked or actually set for an appointment in the line as a receive. So the people who are pre-registered are going to be seen by the doctors first, and then the walk-ins will absolutely be seen as well, but you will go after the pre-registers. So in order to just expedite everything, we ask that you go online and get that done. We will be reaching out to everyone via text message in the next day or so, the people who have registered already, just to reconfirm, and we'll be sending out patient packets to everybody to get filled out to help expedite the process. It's a very simple process, and it's all online. So we're real excited about that. We're trying to hit numbers. We're actually going to try to hit the Guinness Book of World Records as far as the largest patient recommendations for the cannabis industry. So that's what we're trying to get on the map for. So we're looking to see if that can happen, and we're excited about that. And then on top of that, these gentlemen right here are going to be performing live for us out at the Chronic Palooza outside on our stage. And we've got over 20 different acts performing. About 6 of those are comedians, so we're going to have a good little mix in between with different genres of music. As you'll see, we've had several people come out throughout the week. We've been really excited, and they've been able to come on and talk to us, so that's why we had these gentlemen out tonight, so we could watch a couple of their videos, listen to some of their music while we're here, and rock out a little bit on a Saturday night. So we're excited to have them here. But before we get going on some of this stuff, I wanted to talk about our tickets. So yesterday we had 2,743 tickets pre-registered, and today we're at 2,846, and that's about 2,346 general admission, and we've got 500 patients pre-registered.
Damn, that's nice.
Yeah.
You guys ever play in front of 2,500 people?
Hell no.
Hell no. Nice. Here we go.
I really was trying to, when I was picking the artists, to give some people I felt that had a very unique sound. I'd say 90% of the folks that are playing are Oklahoma natives and or are currently living in Oklahoma. So looking for some raw talent and things, and you guys were great. So that's why we wanted to have you guys performing at our palooza.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We really appreciate the opportunity that you've given us.
Yeah, for sure. So Larry's over there.
Well, yeah. So tell us how would you describe your music to people that are going to show up at the Chronic Palooza 405.com?
It's rock and roll.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Who are some of your influences? Give me some more of the microphone.
Stuff. Right now, a lot of Flaming Lips. Well,
but they're local, right? I mean, you guys grew up with them. Is that the hometown influence?
Yes.
Well, they certainly don't suck. It's nice because they're so musically diverse in what they play, right? I mean,
But we listen to everything. Like
the shit we have recorded right now has a lot of like Deftones influence, alternative metal.
Because your website said you were grunge, but as soon as I listened to you, I was like, that's not really grunge. That's like kind of old school.
Yeah, it had an old sound to it.
I don't know. We just
around a lot.
It's only 21 seconds, so
always kind of like
goes down.
a lot of '90s influence.
Yeah.
And everything.
That's cool.
For the album we're writing right now, it's a lot more experimental. Just kind of some crazy stuff.
And look at that artwork. Now, how was that inspired, or who came up with this particular album cover look?
I fucking stole it.
He took it off Google.
Oh, is it Google?
Yeah.
Thumbnail? All right. Cool.
What's that? Where do you get the?
He just had a thumbnail. It's a thumbnail for his music. And she said, no, you didn't.
There you go. You guys like Frank Zappa? There's some people that music that you like, right?
Captain Beefheart.
Yeah, dude, right there. Are your parents rock and rollers or?
My stepdad listens. He has a big influence on my music taste.
Nice. And so, who plays the guitar? Who's the lead guitar player? That guy right there. What kind of guitar do you play?
That'd be Tucker.
Strat, a white one that I beat the hell out of.
Got a whammy bar on it?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Dude, it's Joe's Garage, man. You guys look like you could. You guys listen to that album? You know that? All part 1, 2, and 3? Joe's Garage, Frank Zappa. Jesus Christ, we gotta go.
I dated a girl that listened to a whole lot of Zappa, but I never really got into it.
He's the best composer of the 20th century. Time will tell. Time will show you. Read the autobiography of Frank Zappa by Frank Zappa. It's a good one, especially if you're high as fuck. Yeah. So, what do you guys think of the medical marijuana situation in the Oklahoma in the 405? Are you guys from 405 or are you guys Tulsaites?
No, we're from
405.
We're from Hera.
Hera.
Shout out to
Harry.
Hera.
Harry, Oklahoma.
So all of y'all all went out. Y'all are all from out that way. Cool.
Well,
A mile down the road.
well, we're not all from there, but we all live there now.
These two are brothers, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
We grew up in Oklahoma City.
So, do your parents send you to have music lessons or
No.
We were poor. We were.
Yeah, we're all self.
washboards and
most
fucking tin
artists-
buckets and shit like that?
Yeah,
You guys
I-
washboard band?
I actually have set up pans
Me
and
too.
buckets before.
Yeah, get the
They
fuck
make some
out.
cool sounds, actually.
I actually learned the guitar on one string initially because that's all I had.
There you go. God bless one string.
So we always
That's all
try to
you
keep
got.
things simple, you know.
And so, how many strings you got now?
I think about 6 most of the time.
They're saying there's no sound.
No. Can they
but
hear
somebody
me?
heard you say
Or is it
Frank
just them?
Zappa, but they're saying there's
Yeah,
no
this-
sound. One moment, please.
Yeah.
Check.
Hey.
Can y'all hear Carrie Chronic?
How about now?
Somebody? Can anybody hear me now?
A little bit.
The audience.
Clee, Where you at? Call me up.
Beam me up, Clee.
How about now? Got an
Nobody-
audio check.
How about now?
Nobody's saying whether or not they can hear or not. They heard you say Frank Zappa though, so that's a plus.
That's it. That's a sign. Frank Zappa.
So, like we were saying a little bit ago, what are some of the places that you guys have played before? Like you've gone out to some local establishments.
Your mom's place.
Yeah, there's the Resonator.
Mom's place. Yeah, the Resonator in Norman. We've played a handful of gigs there.
Most of it.
Quite a few gigs at your mom's place. On
Where's that located?
North Virginia Avenue.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I like that place.
Yeah, that
It's cool.
place is cool.
Just a small little boutique
Yeah.
type place.
I think
It's
it's
like-
more like heavier.
It's like a metal venue.
Yeah.
All the metal bands and punk bands.
Okay.
And Resonator kind of just does everything.
Yeah.
And we played in Shawnee at that one deal.
Yeah, the
Cool.
VFW thing or whatever.
We just met each other like 6 months ago, though.
So y'all are all pretty new to it. Well, that's pretty
Yes.
good. We just got hooked up, and then how did you hear about us to submit in your music to want to try to play?
Ask this man.
Yeah. So we play shows with this band called We All Bleed.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty tight, and they're like a metal band. And I don't know, we just started talking to them, and I got pretty tight with their lead singer, Alan.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty chill, and he's like really into all the CBD and stuff, 'cause he has really bad anxiety. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess he uses it for that. And I don't know, he just came across it on Facebook and shared it to me and said, you know,
Y'all should try
you
it.
should try to get a gig there.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, we're certainly glad you did. We're excited to hear the music. If I can never figure it the fuck out. And so, how much do you are you aware of the cannabis world? Pretty much.
Little.
Did they teach it to you at the DARE classes in school, or?
Well, my dad actually has a few CBD stores.
Nice.
And
You can plug them. It's fine. You can say what the names are.
It's called Can Help Wellness.
Okay.
There's like I know for a fact there's a store on like right around, it's on Douglas in between 15th and 29th.
In Midwest City?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Well, shout out. Shout out to them. Dad shop.
And so, do you ever go down there and work it, or you just?
I
Tell
did
Dad
for
to
a
give you
little
money.
bit, like in the lab where like they make the products. But my
To go down
brother
there.
worked there, like in the store though.
Mm-hmm. So what are some of the things you do for fun here? Like when you're not practicing your music, what's some fun things to do in Oklahoma or out there in your neck of the woods?
Ride bikes in Walmart.
No. Yeah, or go skate.
Skate, skate.
Ride the bikes in Walmart and get chased out.
Go
Nice.
skate.
Just
It's very
be a
Anarchy.
nuisance to society in a charming way.
Yeah.
In a charming way.
Don't be an asshole.
So tell us how you came up with the name.
Oh.
Because I looked it up in the dictionary.
Well, actually, it was because of his dad's company, really.
Well, yeah, 'cause I was sitting in the store one day, and my stepmom was talking about one of the products, and I'm a songwriter, so I always listen to people's words, and like
Mhm.
especially if I hear new words. And I heard her say analgesic, and I just liked the way it sounded, so then I looked it up, and it means painkiller,
Mm-hmm.
and like music is like
A way to
that, yeah.
yeah, escape. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was cool. I looked it up and I was like, I wonder what this means.
It was lucky 'cause we've been talking about a name for like a few days, and the best we could come up with was gutter slug.
Oh, God.
So you came up with this one. So that's definitely unique. What do you guys have going on after the palooza or before the palooza? You have any other gigs set up that you're going to be out playing at?
The Arts Festival.
Which one? Oklahoma City Arts Festival. Where's that located at?
Bicentennial Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that weekend we're going to Dallas, playing at Reno's Chop Shop.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, we got a few after that. I don't remember.
Yeah. Probably the 3 coolest gigs that we played yet.
Mm-hmm.
Are these next 3?
The next 3. Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
got the lamb on. You guys can't hear because we can't figure that out there. We're kind of low budget ourselves, so the. But dude, it's like a Pearl Jammy kind of Soundgarden-ish rock in there.
Yeah, that's a lot of the grunge guys. We listen to a lot of it, but we listen to all kinds of stuff.
Right.
Rap, everything.
Well, that's one of the things you get for living in Oklahoma City is I got to listen to something else besides you guys like 7 country western
Yeah,
stations
well-
on. The thing is, like, I got to find other music.
I actually started out writing country songs, and
There's no difference except tempo, you know. Like,
yeah, I mean, and that's what people like around here. So,
pays the bills, right?
Yeah.
So.
but I said screw that. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Well, it sounds pretty good. Where do you guys produce at? You got to.
Get
Blue
technical.
Elements Studios and
And get technical productions.
a guy named Mikey Sawyer.
He's the lead singer
he's
of the
cool.
band Misfortune.
Mikey Sawyer. So there we go. There's some analgesic.
Hey.
Did you guys laugh because it says like anal?
Oh,
Like
every
it
verse.
first.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
One time
That
my
is
pop
right.
told
That's
us-
like giggity.
It's-
Anna Lee. That's what Quagmire's kid's name is. Is
But-
Anna Lee?
You don't forget it.
Yeah, that's true.
No, you don't. But I wouldn't forget Gutter Slut either. But it portrays a whole different kind of.
Yeah.
I don't think Gutter Slug is quite as appealing.
It all depends what kind of music you're playing.
That's true.
True.
Like if it was like
That's
sludge
the-
metal.
Yeah, I don't think we're sludgy enough to be called Gutter Slug.
Yeah, well, that's pretty interesting. You guys have good insight into that humanity, which is kind of what you need to actually produce music to.
Yeah, we tried to be more real because a lot of the music that people our age listen to is like just nonsense.
It's fucking horrid.
It's just
No.
like trying to be as vulgar as possible and say the worst stuff that you can.
And it's not even them that are writing. They buy a loop and they go ahead and throw some words in it, and it's like.
Yeah, and people are doing ridiculous stuff to get attention, like go out and steal stuff and post it on Instagram,
Boom gang.
all kinds of
Boom
dumb
gang.
stuff.
Boom gang on a lot of gang shit.
No. Boom gang sucks.
So are they listening to us or are they listening?
Yeah,
to
they
both
can
of
hear the
us?
lamb live.
Okay, cool.
How many times you guys played the lamb so far? Is that your main go-to?
Not really. We
Quite
kind of stopped
Quite a few
playing now.
times.
It became.
What's that like,
It
having to play the
became
same
Our
song
Smells Like
over
Teen
and
Spirit.
over and over? It's like,
I don't feel like we can complain that much because we haven't been playing.
you only been
songs
together
really
6
for that
months,
long.
right?
Yeah.
But we're
And I mean, we're always writing new songs like every
Always.
day, so
try to write every day.
we always get some fresh ones in the roster.
Oh, wait a second. We got 3 versions of the lamb.
Yeah.
Gave me
Well, I
Is there anything else up there?
well I kind of
It's hard to explain,
It's
but
hard to explain.
They're just getting
Demo
started,
one. What else we
Larry.
got on here? Tell me what.
I know we got some good shit on YouTube. We got Soar.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Oh, yeah,
get
where's
to let's
YouTube
get to
at?
the
We
YouTube
good,
then.
eh?
Let's get up there.
I got it all.
YouTube.
I got it all.
If you
And so
go
what
to
we're-
this
And,
thing-
you're
and that's
the-
somebody's baby. Is that
Yeah.
y'all?
Good.
One of y'all?
Oh, that's a nephew. No,
That's
I
your
show
nephew?
it again, but go to Soar or I Don't Mind or Close. One of those 3. They're all good.
Wait, let's go back to his nephew for a second.
Dude,
man.
I
That's
don't
wait.
just
mind.
You put the
crazy, isn't it?
recorded
Look at that
versions on
shit.
YouTube that we did.
Oh, there it is.
The ones that
It's
we
not
did in the
really our
studio?
nephew.
He
Look
was
at his
just-
knee. Look at that
Hey.
shit right
Put 'em on
there.
YouTube.
Yeah, nobody has.
Bam.
Yeah, that's messed up.
You don't have a kneecap when you're born till you're after you're born, right?
I don't know.
Something like that.
It
And
looks
then
like it.
Starts
I
happening
think
like
it's
that.
cool because we didn't
Anybody
tell
who sees
anybody
it,
about
yeah.
it.
Let's do. I don't mind.
Alright. I mean, we'll do all three, but
Yeah, but this one's my
All right, let's see what we got here. Now, you guys making these videos? Is this your videography?
it's just a picture with the music.
So, yeah, I spent a lot of time on this shit.
We don't really have like people to do that stuff.
It'll come. You just got to keep on pushing.
Nice. Who's singing? Is that you two?
Yes.
That's pretty well. That's Tucker on the vocals, right? You got that right?
Yes, sir.
And does everybody say, how is Mother Tucker?
Well, my name happens to rhyme with a certain word, and so I've always been called Tucker, certain word. Growing
You can say,
Tucker.
Yeah.
Chris Moe said it needs to be much louder. They can barely hear.
That's party you over there. Is we don't have you're not talking into microphones loud enough, and I'm not sure how to check you out.
That's cool. We're going to start talking more into the mics.
Hello.
Yeah. So some angry stuff there, and I don't mind. Right there, the pills there. What's that all about? Is that like get off the pills and check yourself out on medical marijuana instead? Or?
No, we don't. Well, we ain't ever done pills or anything like that, but it's kind of just like
An observation.
it's kind of just being like, I don't care. I mean, it is exactly what it says it is.
Well, you see a lot of that stuff in your school, or
Oh, we don't go to school.
you don't go to school?
No.
We're all homeschooled,
Yeah.
Homie schooled,
but
You.
we all used to go to public school.
Yeah.
right?
You know Oklahoma has fine schools, Larry.
Oh yes, the best.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Parents do what they got to do, right? So how long y'all been doing that?
They've been doing it for a while. I just started doing it like a year or so ago.
that's where I got my drug education.
Was that school?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about drugs.
Absolutely. I think that's pretty much most of the schools that are out there. Just got to make the right choices.
Yes, absolutely. So let's go. That was interesting too. You got anything like a little bit? What else you got there?
Sore is cool.
And what's sore about? Exactly that.
Like, I was feeling shitty because I probably don't treat my body as good as I should. So, I just felt sore.
All right, let's see what we got here. Sore from what? You been the gym or
Like, just
dirt bike riding?
living, just in general as a human.
It's pretty hammering. Your drummer's got to be sore after this one, man. He's just pounding
Right
away
here.
at it, dude.
That's Gus.
And you guys are brothers, right?
Ombre.
Ombre.
And what does Ombre play? The bass?
Yes, sir. Lead and rhythm.
And Braden's just
He's the homie.
He's the
Check it out.
roadie.
He's the
Say something.
wingman.
He's the driver when he needs to be.
just the.
What's going on?
He's a jack
What's
of all
going on?
trades.
So what's it like listening to them all the time?
I mean, it's pretty cool to get to like hear new music and hear some of the things that they're coming up with, but at the same time, it's still fun to mess with them and tell them it's awful. So I mean, it's fun either way.
Well, that's pretty good. And you actually got a decent studio, or you're just in a garage and picking up the sounds, capturing all stuff like that?
Well, all of the demos I recorded, or we've recorded at my house, just on GarageBand on a Mac. And then, like these 3 or 4 songs, whatever it is, we went to a studio, a home studio, and recorded them with live drums and everything.
That's pretty cool. So where's Analgesic heading? You guys got any plans besides Chronic Palooza? I heard you had the other couple dates there. You just hammer it out. You think you're going to be able to get along with each other? What? You're not banging each other's girlfriends yet, or any kind of shit like that? That's pretty cool.
Abstinence is key.
No.
Dude, that's the name of the
we
next
just-
song. Abstinence is key.
No, but for real, we just bang each other.
So what do you think? Did we already talk about? You guys have your medical cards yet, or no?
Maybe this summer.
You can always get it to Palooza if your parents come. Are your parents going to be out there watching you guys perform? If you need it, if you feel it's necessary to help you.
Yeah. What was your parents' reaction from you? You said your dad was pretty. Your stepmom just was pretty influential and helped you with that kind of stuff. But what about the rest of you guys? What's your mom say? You got 2 going on. You got the drums and the bass, thumping away, loosening all the nails in the house. He does now, man. Do you know how many people we're broadcasting to? It's got to be at least 6.
Well, well, I told my mom, and she was just kind of like, oh. Okay. She was just like, oh, a medical marijuana thing? Okay. Just like, all right. I don't really care. So, yeah, she took it all right, I guess. I don't know. She wasn't stoned.
What do you think about that, Aubrey? You processed all that yet, or what's up?
I mean, kind of don't know what he just said, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Now you guys aren't twins, right? Or
No.
He's a year and a half old.
I'm.
wait, which one's older? Yeah, I thought so.
As you can tell by the full.
Full. Nice. And but they knew you were in a band. They just didn't know you were playing at Chronic Palooza, right? I mean, you
they
couldn't
know
hide the
that.
drums and the bass from mom. It's just, you know.
That would suck, man.
That's cool. What about you, Carrie? You guys, did you hear about our silent? Did we talk about the silent over
silent.
there? Silent Loud?
No, we didn't really talk
You guys
about
ever
the
hear about
silent
that? They throw on different headphones and play 3 different DJs. Put your headphones on, and then the DJs battle it out. Whose stations are better and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like 3 DJs battling, and then if you want to hear a particular genre, each DJ has a different genre of music, and so you guys, people can all hang out and listen to different DJs, and so everybody can have a different taste of music, and it's right there. So we're introducing that into the city, the after party at the 6 Shooter Saloon. After party, and so it's going to be, we go from 12 to 10 at the Chronic Palooza, and then the after party will be after that from 10 to 2. So let's see what else we got here.
And you guys ain't old enough to go drinking yet, right?
Yeah,
you
they
guys
won't be able to go to that one, but they can come hang out at the at the Chronic Palooza.
Do you guys drink, or not that your mom and dad knows, but we won't tell them.
They're drinking these
What's a
monster
drink?
kickstarts.
That's it.
Yeah, I drink
No.
water about every day.
Yes,
Maybe so.
Dr. Pepper.
That's a good answer.
With
So are we
whiskey
playing all of
something.
Tucker's music, or you guys write music, or you seem to be the driving force in all of this?
Well,
You're the main cola.
We write all the music together, and I pretty much, I come up with a majority of the lyrics, but we're always, like sharing ideas back and forth about something. And whenever we're playing songs, they're always changing and molding into something. So.
Is that a death head moth in the picture there? I think it might be.
So yeah, while you're thinking of some lyrics, maybe for the palooza, think about something that would be good for, maybe you can launch something. If you get inspired, something that would be good for healing and medicine and medical cannabis, and maybe talking about people who have benefited from it and things like that. Just that's always good to have some feel good music too, and not that your stuff isn't, but something that might inspire you. You might could launch something new at the palooza.
My dad actually used cannabis to get off of pills because he was on he had a fentanyl patch and all this shit because he's had 3 back surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't really thought about writing about that. A lot of the times when I'm writing, I'm not really thinking about what I'm writing about. It's just
kind of comes to you.
It's more of just emotions kind of, but lately I've been trying to write in more of a little bit more of a storyteller kind of way.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah, no, you can hear the. It's kind of funny you talking about that as we listen to Close. The narration is in a different framework of the sound versus something that you might consider nice and things like that, where it's hard, but in the hard lyrics you can write about some good stuff, even though it sounds very aggressive. I guess that's the different ways to communicate out there, and you guys pull that off good. The emotion is definitely in the music, and Tucker, you're just ripping it up, man. I hope you take care of your voice there. It sounds pretty good, and all that kind of stuff. So he's sore. It's got to last you at least till you make it, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. That's
well, I'm trying.
We're also about to do some more groovier things, not so heavy all the time.
Not that heavy. You catch that? You understand what he's saying, Tanner, right? Saying let's do a little bit something different.
Well, he's also the one that turned it into that direction, really.
Pretty much.
Right. How about electronic? You got any you good on the keys, Braden? Is that what's No? What? We get you a little MIDI board or something? I think we need Brandon to get the tambourine.
We've been talking about trying to get a synth or a keyboard player, but
right. It's tough with 3, man.
We really don't know
You're getting ready to roll into something else,
other
Larry.
musicians yet.
You're rolling into the Ancient Architects channel.
Yeah. Sonic drilling. What do you guys think about sonic drilling?
Let's watch it.
That's pretty rad. You guys know about Graham Hancock? You ever read Graham Hancock stuff?
No.
Check it out. Some interesting, good stuff. So that's about all we got there. We'll leave there at the. That's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, and so we've got Uncle Sam's coming on next.
Okay, wonderful.
And so when we wrap up this segment, we look forward to having you guys out to perform for us.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And then everybody make sure you go up and get your tickets at www.chronicpalooza405.com. And then we're going to take a short intermission break here and come on back with Uncle Sam's. And he's got some great head shop conversation to talk about, some really great products. So we're looking forward to it. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. If Larry can figure out how to turn it off.
Dinero. Little puppy.